Hello everyone, welcome back to another Aftermath. Yeah, it's been a long time since I made this video, but I decided, look, I couldn't make a reaction video after the Arsenal results, so I decided why not just make this. Yeah, because usually these videos I'm able to think about more things because it's a few days after I'm able to gather my thoughts. But yeah, let's get into a look. I think the main topic and the main headline I really want to discuss today is pressure getting to Arsenal? I think that's a valid question, especially the way our results are looking. The recent games against Chelsea, Sunderland, Wolves, Aston Villa. You know, it gives me signs, and that's the thing. It gives me worrying signs that maybe that pressure is getting to Arsenal. I mean, at one point, Arsenal had a 7 point lead to Manchester City, and come this week, we are only now 2 points ahead of Manchester City. I don't know how it's happened. And come the weekend, they could actually be on top because I believe they actually play. I think they play West Ham before we play Everton. So come this weekend, Manchester City could actually be top of the Premier League table before Arsenal kick a ball, and of course that's only going to put more pressure on Arsenal. And I think for me, look, it's not the end of the world right now because look, we're still top, but it's just a bit worrying for me because I'm seeing the same patterns or similar patterns to last season. We're conceding last minute goals. Sunderland, Aston Villa, Wolves. That's 3 last minute goals we've conceded, which we never do. Now I don't know why we're conceding like this. Maybe because of injuries. Maybe because of the fact that we don't have Gabriel and Saliba both playing fit. That could be a factor. But at the same time, we played with them at Sunderland and we conceded a last minute goal. But look, I do feel like, of course, it does have a big factor. I'm not stupid. I think every Arsenal fan knows injuries is having a big impact right now on us. But it just feels like to me, slowly, the pressure is building up and potentially getting to this team. Thierry Henry, he said a brilliant thing I remember it was like a CBS interview right after Arsenal lost against Aston Villa. And he said something like, I'm probably going to butcher it, but he said something like, it's just as scary when you're trying to win because of the fear of like failing or something. He said something along the lines of that. And I think that perfectly resembles Arsenal right now. Look, we finished second 3 years in a row. Maybe this team and the fans, well, for me, it just feels like when something does go wrong, especially like the Aston Villa loss, it just feels like, oh my God, are we about to finish second once again? Because it just feels like for Arsenal to win the league, we just have to be perfect. Because last season, you had Liverpool, with Mohamed Salah, this title charge which no one expected. This season, you have Haaland in the form of his life. It just feels like there's a hurdle after a hurdle. Even when you think Arsenal, you know what, this is a season to win it, some team just crops up. And I think that's the worst thing right now with our seasons. But let's talk about that Wolves game, okay? It was the most recent Premier League game. And yeah, look, the performance was not good. We had some bright moments, but it really took a 90th minute stoppage time winner own goal for Arsenal to go win the game. And for Wolves to even put pressure on us is a disgrace. This team is lost. I think they have like 2 points or something. They have 2 points. The fact that they will even manage to put pressure on Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium is a disgrace. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know whether it's a manager, whether it's the team, whether it's the players. I don't understand why we do that. Why would the manager tell the players to sit back? Why would he do that? At the same time, why would the players sit back when they know what could happen? We went through it literally at Aston Villa. It literally just happened last week. So why does this always happen to Arsenal? It just feels like this season, once we score, we never put our foot down. I mean, the only game we really did that is Spurs, and that's a North London derby. But other games, it just feels like the game goes past Arsenal. Sunderland, after that second goal, once again sat back, and then eventually they scored. Chelsea, after the Marino goal, never really went for it, and now Wolves. Why is this happening? Arsenal is such a defensively good team, such a drill team. Why does this keep happening? It's simply just not good enough. If you're trying to win the league, you cannot do this. You have to win. When you score, you have to put your foot on the gas and don't take it off. We've done it. We've taken our foot off the gas too many times this season and we've been punished. And for me, look, this is an opportunity for Arsenal to win the league. It just feels like this team is just letting themselves down. And of course, it doesn't help with injuries, but these stupid mistakes that they're making, letting teams back into the game, teams that shouldn't even be in the game. I mean, how are we going life and death against Wolves, who are literally 20th, who have 22 points, 2 points in the league? How are we going life and death with them? It just doesn't make sense. And yeah, the injuries, I'm just so sick of at this rate. It just feels like now Ben White is out injured. But look, for me, look, Arsenal need to improve, okay? Because there's a good enough team out there that's available to play. I mean, we should be playing much better football than we're doing right now. I feel like sometimes Arteta is misprofiling the players. Like, for example, the best example is Eze. Like, Eze is not an Odegaard. Why are we trying to force Eze to play like Martin Odegaard, like forcing him down on that right hand side? Like, why is that happening? This guy should be on the left hand side. He should be free roaming. I don't know why it feels like he is being forced to play like Martin Odegaard. He's a completely different player. Like, stick him on the wings. Like, I feel like he plays much better on the wings, or let him free roam. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why we are misprofiling these players. I also feel he needs to make a few more subs earlier. Like, the best example is Norgard. I'm watching Declan Rice. This man looks absolutely shattered, and there's been so many, especially I mean, I'm looking at the Sunderland game where I think Norgard coming on could have helped. Just feels like some of the midfielders like Zubimendi and Rice are absolutely shattered. Sometimes when we are defending, bring on someone who has a bit more energy. I mean, Norgard isn't a player that doesn't know the Premier League. He knows the Premier League, so I don't know why. I feel like sometimes use him a bit more. We also need Trossard back fit. Our best left winger, which is crazy to say. I mean, when you see him play, you see the difference. It's day and night. And it finally feels like we got a left winger sorted. I mean, last season, both Martinelli and Trossard were going at it. But this season, it's quite clear that Trossard is our starting left winger. And we need to take advantage because he's gone older. And you never know with players that age. They can always just dip. Like, you're looking at Mohamed Salah last season and comparing to him this season. Two completely different players. So take advantage of players like Trossard right now in the peak form. Take advantage. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully Arsenal just fix up because I'm so tired of this. I don't know how, we were 7 points clear ahead of Manchester City. 7 points clear, and now we are 2 points. 2 points clear. I mean, I don't know how this has managed to happen. It should have never managed to happen. This should have never been a title race. Arsenal should have run away with it, and we should be talking about our title parade. But somehow we managed to let the teams come back in, and yeah, it's not good enough right now. But yeah, hopefully the players come back fit. I'm seeing rumours apparently Gabriel might be fit soon and have it. So hopefully they come back, and of course that's going to help us. But yeah, and this team just needs to stop mucking around. We cannot finish second again. I'm sorry. But yeah, just let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm overreacting, or do you guys agree? Do you think the pressure is getting to Arsenal, or do you think it's just a small blip? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.